Bum, ba 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 bum, bum, ba 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 bum, bum, ba 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 bum. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. Thank you. I know. Clap for me. Yes, I know you're clapping for me. Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And
Clap it up,
that's a
bitch.
what?
Clap it up. Clap it up.
Period.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Shazwi, and welcome back to another video, Shazwi gang. Okay, if you're new to this channel and you're clicking on me for the very first time, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and also turn on that post notification button so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. With that being said, let's get straight into today's content. Let's go, everybody. How are you all doing today? I pray that you're all doing well, sending positive energy out there. Love all of you guys. Hope you're staying safe and clean and are listening to what the government is saying. There's so much happening in the world right now. But I know that we'll all get, through this together. And as they say, we have to be alone together. So yeah, we're in this together, but we can't be physically together. Anyway, coronavirus. So as you can tell by the title of today's video, I'm going to be basically rating my top. Yeesh, I can't even use my fingers right. My top 3 Star Wars films. I literally just came from finishing Return of the Jedi. So now I've officially watched all the Star Wars films. So I'm happy. And that includes Rogue One and a Star Wars story. So I've officially watched all of them. The only thing content-wise that I haven't watched that they released is Clone Wars, and I think they've released a few other cartoons. I used to watch Clone Wars on Cartoon Network back in the day, but I haven't watched like that many episodes. I don't really care much about Clone Wars. It's cool, but it's like, not really that into it. I feel like that's just something maybe for the fans. But I watched like all the main movies, and then, yeah. So that's basically 22 and a half hours of total watch time. If you include Solo: A Star Wars Story, yeah, that's about 22 hours of film. Because all these movies are like minimum 2 hours. Some of them are 2.5, 2:14, 2:22, or whatever. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, but basically, I wanted to take this time to basically give you guys which ones are my top 3 favorite Star Wars films. Now, even as I was watching episode 6, I already knew that it wasn't going to place in the top 3, but episode 6 was really good though. And I just want to say, thank you to George Lucas for creating this incredible world and creating this franchise. I mean, what started off as this little idea, about 42, almost 43 years ago, back in 77, has grown to become this billion-dollar franchise that has turned into, not only is it movies, but they're like TV shows, merchandise, there's even a whole theme park of it, at, Disneyland. So it's incredible what's, going on with that. And I get that, a lot of, especially the main Star Wars fans, are not happy with what Disney did with the last trilogy, but, I know you can try to forget about it, but it's like, I still liked it. It was really good. And that's what brought me into the world of Star Wars in the first place. I remember when The Force Awakens came out, it was huge, it was massive. Like, I'd never seen so many people go out to the cinemas before to watch a movie. Like, I remember we had to book our tickets in advance. So, side story real quick. Sorry, I know this is not what you came for, but I just love telling you different stories, little stories. So, little anecdote. So in the past, in 2015, when The Force Awakens came out, so I remember so it came out on a Friday, right? That's when movies come out. And so I watched it. It was me, my brother, and some of my cousins. We watched it the day after, on Saturday. So I watched it on Saturday. And the thing is, we were planning to watch the 3 o'clock film, because you have a movie in the morning, then you have, I think there's a film at 10 a.m., one at 12, one at 3, one at 5, one at 8. So those are usually the time intervals. And then we wanted to watch the one at 3. So we went, but then it was closed. Sorry, not closed, but it was packed. The whole place was packed. There was so many people there already, and it was already sold out. It was sold out. And so we were like, okay, let's watch the one at 5, because it's like you have the one at 3 p.m., then you have 5 p.m., then 8 p.m. So we tried, so we thought to ourselves, okay, let's book the one at um no, I think actually, yeah, I think we tried booking the one at, I think we wanted to watch the 5 p.m. one, found out that was overbooked too. And then we decided, okay, let's book tickets now in advance for the 8 p.m. show, even though it's quite a few hours away. So I came up with that idea. I remember I was like, guys, let's just book the ticket in advance. It doesn't matter. If we have to wait here, let's wait over here. And that's what we did. We booked the ticket we got for 8. And those 8 seats, though, some people had already started booking through. So it was insane. It just shows, yeah. But anyway, let's get into the rating. I don't want to make this video too long. So let's start with, so before I give you guys my top 3 favorite Star Wars movies, I would just like to start off by saying that all the Star Wars movies are good. I enjoyed all of them. I've enjoyed this journey. You know, they all, like, you know, there's strengths and weaknesses in each trilogy. I think I would say my least favorite Star Wars movie would have to be The Phantom Menace, Episode 1. That, it's not a bad movie, but it was just very slow for me, and there were some confusing parts, and, you know, which ended up were made clear, but it was just, yeah, it was like, not that it was unnecessary, but it just was not that entertaining. Like, I know I'm not gonna rewatch that. Maybe I will one day for fun, but it's just. But the pod races were fun though. That was cute. I just thought that in that movie Anakin was gonna be like grown up. Then I realized, oh, he's just a kid the whole time. And it's like, yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn never even got to see him grow. But oh well, yeah. And then, but all the other movies are really good. Episode 6 was good. You know, yeah, all the other ones are good. But I won't tell you all the other ones because it will give you a clue as to which ones are in my top 3. So let's go straight into the top 3. So at number 3, I will say that my third favorite Star Wars movie is, drumroll please, Episode 3! How ironic! Episode 3 is my third favorite Star Wars movie. Yes, Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, which came out in, that must have been 2005. Yeah, 2005. I really love that movie. It's definitely in my top 3, and it was kind of hard choosing between the top 3 and with number 3 and number 2, because number 2 is also really, really good, but I was like, I'll put this at number 3. Revenge of the Sith was really good. Like, from the get-go, it was amazing. They went straight into the action. Episode 2 was already so good. I loved it. And Episode 3 was just a step above. There was so much action. The lightsaber battles were really, like, long and intense, especially the one towards the end on that volcano planet place where it was between Obi-Wan and Anakin. Like, that was an intense fight, and it went on. And the director did a really good job of making the audience, you know, get to the edge of their seat, like wondering, like, how is this going to end? Like, what's going to happen? Is he going to kill Obi-Wan? Will Obi-Wan get to him? Like, what was going on? It was in an intense place because while they're, like, fighting each other, like, they're also trying not to die because there's a whole lot going on. But Anakin won't give in because he's dark, man. He's already gone to the dark side. He's like, I'm going to kill you. You are my enemy. So I really enjoyed it. That was really good. Yeah, so Revenge of the Sith was really good. I enjoyed it, and it perfectly set up the following trilogy with episodes 4 to 6. And then at number 2, Empire Strikes Back. Yes, Empire Strikes Back is definitely my second favorite, number 2 of all time, like, Star Wars movie. Empire Strikes Back is actually known as the best Star Wars movie. Even if you look at the ratings, like on Rotten Tomatoes, it has the highest rating with 94% out of any Star Wars movie. Empire Strikes Back was excellent. It was really good. There wasn't a dull moment in it. It flowed really well. The chemistry between the characters, meeting Lando Calrissian was really cool. You know, he's a really cool character, and just everything was cool. I just liked it, and, you know, and also, like, episode 5 is also, it has one of the biggest cinematic reveals in film history. Luke, I am your father. Like literally when people talk about Star Wars, everyone still to this day does this whole thing and make the voice and do the thing. And that's all from episode 5. Like episode 5 is like a cultural movement in itself. Like it's phenomenal. So of course it comes as no surprise that episode 5 would be up there for me. Episode 5 was perfect. Like I loved it. It was really good. Yeah, not much more to say. So, with that being said, let's get straight to number 1. Biggest drum roll. And number 1 is The Last Jedi. Yes, Star Wars The Last Jedi is my favorite Star Wars film. Episode 8 is my favorite. Okay, I know quite a lot of you are gonna disagree. I know that a lot of the Star Wars fans like really hated Last Jedi. They were like, why do you have Leia using the Force in space? She's dead, she should have stayed dead. And they did like other stuff that they did with the movie, but I don't freaking care. Last Jedi was a good ass movie. Okay, I loved it. I got out of the cinema feeling amazing about it. It's always been like my favorite Star Wars movie. You know, even the fight in the throne room was really good. The fight with Luke and Kylo was so good, and just the cinematography of it all. Like this last trilogy of Star Wars might have had its issues, but just the CGI was so succinct and amazing. The HD quality of it all was incredible, and Kylo, amazing character. You know, like I think out of all the characters in this new trilogy, Kylo is iconic. You know, it's sad that he's dead, but yeah, I love The Last Jedi. It was amazing. You know, even the fact that it has 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is just 1% lower than what's it called, Empire Strikes Back. The fact that it's the second highest rated Star Wars movie shows that it really is a good movie. There might have been some issues. Yes, Rian Johnson people may have had issues with his direction, but it was an excellent movie. You know what I mean? I think Rian Johnson should have directed Rise of Skywalker. But I think J.J. Abrams did a really good job. The Force Awakens was really good. So yeah, you know, probably if J.J. Abrams directed Last Jedi, it might have been, you know, similar. But yeah, it was really good. And just realizing the fact that with these titles, The Last Jedi didn't actually refer to Luke. It referred to Rey, because she is the Last Jedi, and you know, she has approval from Luke. You know, and even with Return of the Jedi is not referring to Luke, it's referring to it's sad that Luke is the one who's like not being referred to. Anyway, it's not referring to Luke, it's actually referring to Darth Vader, to Anakin, because Anakin comes back and Darth Vader is destroyed. And, you know, thanks to, you know, Anakin, he fulfills the prophecy of being the chosen one because he killed Palpatine and he killed Palpatine and he saved Luke, which was amazing, even though Palpatine was to return. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know which Star Wars movies are your favorite. Do you even like Star Wars in the first place? I love Star Wars, it's really cool. Yeah, and thank you for joining my nerd talk. Have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all later. Love you guys so much. Bye, Shazzy gang. Have a great day. Stay safe, clean, and blessed.